Hello, my dear students of El-Nagah Private School, second year prep. I'm very happy to be with you again, and I hope you are all fine and healthy. Today we are going to study Unit 16, the water cycle. At first, look at this diagram. You will see that water has many forms, and water changes from one form to another form. Water is recycled by nature. Water is liquid and it changes into vapor or steam. And when you know that evaporate and evaporation, water turns into steam. How does water turns into steam? By heating. When you heat some water, this water changes to steam or water vapor. This is evaporation. But does steam turn into water? Yes, steam. When you condense steam, this is condensation. Steam turns into water, but not by heating, by cooling. This is a process of evaporation and condensation, scientific process, and both of them are the main idea of rain. How is rain formed? Drops of water high in the sky join together in the presence of wind, to form clouds. These drops of water join together to form clouds. When these clouds became heavy, they fall to the earth as rain. When these clouds became very heavy, they fall as rain. And in cold weather, in cold countries, they fall as snow when the temperature degrees are very low, because you know that ice is made at 0 degrees. Science teachers like to do experiments in their science lab. They use many instructions. Like what? Like add sugar, add salt, pour water, pour oil, pour any liquid, stir with a spoon to dissolve this sugar, and sugar will disappear in water. Disappear. Look at disappear. It has disappeared. Mix. Fill a glass of bottle with water. Check your answers. Press. Freeze. Freezer. Special machine. Clear. Is that clear? Confirm. You have to confirm your request. Rocket. Net. And you can see rocket and net at a sport like tennis. Guess. You have to guess your answer. Smoke. Lid. We put a small part on the top of the bottle to close it. It is the lid. Lid is a small part that we put above the bottle to close it. Advantages and disadvantages. If I ask you, your mobile is good or bad? Your mobile has many advantages, and on the other hand, it has many disadvantages. So it is good or bad according to use it. Sunglasses. Why do you wear your sunglasses? To protect what? To protect your eyes. Why do you wear your sun hat? To protect your head. Why do you wear your sun cream? Wear, not put. Why do you wear your sun cream? To protect your skin. So remember, you have to remember these things. Number 1, do, not make. Do an experiment. Number 2, wear sun cream. And finally, irrigate farms with water. Most farmers irrigate farms with water. Now it's time to check your understanding by asking you simple exercise. Choose the correct answer. A space of water fell from tree onto my head this morning. drop of water, bowl of water, drip, door. Of course, just a drop of water fell on my head. The space today is 37 degrees. We have 4 choices: condensation, evaporation, temperature, snow. If you look at degrees, you will actually choose temperature, degrees. Clouds do not form when there is no. I said before that we have to form clouds, it is necessary to find what is necessary to wind. It is necessary. Clouds do not form when there is no wind. You remember that when drops of water join together in the presence of wind. Now clouds do not form if there is no wind. I don't usually space letters together when I write. I don't usually join letters, drip letters, make letters, eat letters. Of course, join letters. Some good people like to join their letters like this. Water is space by nature. Bicycle, recycled, oil, gas. Of course, water is recycled by nature. Recycled. When it is very cold, and remember cold, when it is very cold, water drops turns into what? Of course, ice. We wear our sunglasses to protect our sunglasses, to protect our ears or noses or eyes or hands. Of course, to protect our eyes. Present simple passive. Object plus am, is, are plus past participle of the verb. Let's see an example. Salma cooks the food. Where is the object? Salma is the subject. Cook is the verb. Salma cooks the food. The object is the food. So we shall start with the food and followed by am or is or are. Of course, the food is. And the past participle of cooks, is cooked. So the food is cooked by Salma. The food is cooked by what? By Salma. Another example. They teach 3 languages in El-Nagah school. Where is the object? They, no, teach is a verb. 3 languages. Here is the object. 3 languages. 3 languages, plural, so we have to use am, is, are, of course, are. 3 languages are taught. Taught is the past participle of teach. Taught is the past participle of teach. 3 languages are taught in El-Nagah school. So present simple, we use the object at beginning of the sentence, then it followed by am or is or are, according to singular or plural, followed by past participle of a verb. Let's see how to correct this sentence. Clouds are formed in the sky. Clouds is the object, are form. It must be past participle. What's the past participle of form? Of course, formed. Clouds are formed in the sky. Rice doesn't grow in England. Grown is past participle. But we said that we use am, is, are, not do, does, did. So isn't, not doesn't. Rice isn't grown in England. Are snow formed in the sky? Are snow uncountable? We use it as singular, so is, not are. How is rain make? I said how is rain formed? Do you remember? How is rain? The past participle of make is made. How is rain made? How are farms irrigate? I need the past participle of irrigate. Irrigated. How are farms? Choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. Clouds. Clouds. Blown by the wind. Blown is the past participle, so you have to use am, is, are. Clouds, of course, are. How much paper recycled every year? The same idea, recycled past participle, so am, is, or are. Paper is uncountable, so how much paper is recycled? How many languages are followed by past participle? Which one is the past participle? Speak, spoke, spoken. Which one is the past participle? The third conjugation. 1, 2, 3. The third conjugation is spoken. How is rise? Grow, grows, grew, growing. Which one is the past participle? Growing. Water is space by nature. Recycle, recycled, recycles, recycling. I need the past participle. Which one is past participle? Recycled, recycled. Space, driving to school. Are you, do you are, did you? Of course, it's a question, so you have to use one of these, but I said before, am, is, or are. So the are you driving to school? Planes after every journey. The verb is clean. Do planes clean themselves? No, planes do not clean themselves. Some people clean them. So planes are cleaned, passive. Are cleaned after every journey. Checking that someone has understood. If you want to check that your friend understand you, do you understand what I mean? Are you following me? Is this clear or is that clear? So use these three phrases. Do you understand what I mean? Are you following me? Is this clear? Is that clear to you? To check that someone has understood what you have said. But what I would say if I want to check what you have said, understood, like, do you mean like this? Can I just check that I have understood correctly? If you want to say that to your teacher, can I just check that I have understood correctly? And to confirm your understanding, I understand what you mean. Or I see, it means that you understand. So remember these expressions to check your understanding. If you want to check that someone understand, do you understand what I mean? Are you following me? Is this clear or is that clear? If you want to check your that you have understood, do you mean like this? Can I just check that I have understood correctly? And to confirm that you understand very well, I understand what you mean. Or now let's try to fill in this dialogue between a teacher and student. The teacher said, half fill a glass with the water and add a lot of salt. You see that teacher is at the science lab. He is doing some experiment. The teacher said, half fill a glass with water and add lot of salt. Stir the water. And he asked a simple question. Are you space me? The student said, yes, I am following you. Yes, I'm following you. Then the teacher complete and said, now add fresh water. Is that space to you? The student said, can I just space that I have understood correctly? Do you space that the fresh water shouldn't mix with the salt water? Here the teacher said, yes, that's right. Now we're going to complete all the dialogue again. Are you space me? Are you following me? Are you following me? He said, yes, I'm following you. Is that, do you remember? Is that clear to you? Is that clear to you? Yes. Can I just check? Can I just check that I have understood correctly? Do you mean that the fresh water shouldn't mix with salt water? This is the model answer of this dialogue. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again, we hope you study Unit 16 very well and be ready for Unit 17. Thanks for listening.